Hi, I'm Austin from Team Jardis. We are very happy to share our project with you, Beyond Numbers of Mental Health, analyzing Reddit posts on mental health in the Philippines and developing Beshi, bot for emotional support and the happy you. Before we get into the analysis, let me give you a short background. Did you know that one in every eight people in the world suffer from mental health disorder, some of which are depression, ADHD, anxiety, and the like? Further, when we look at the Philippines, we are actually marginally worse at one in every seven Filipino, at, and at the top being depression and anxiety disorders. Not only does mental health affect the general populace, it also has significant impact to the country's economy. In 2019, it was estimated that the Philippines lost around 68.9 billion. This can be attributed to mental illness. However, despite this, only 286 million or 3% of the health budget is allotted to address this. In 2023, it was increased to around 5%. Also, average people with mental health conditions live 10 to 20 years shorter than the general populace. This is very alarming since health facilities in the Philippines are very lacking. Well, enough with background though. So how can we help? To improve analysis on mental health, we need better data, which unfortunately we currently do not have in the Philippines. To address this, however, our team leverage public forums. With this, our project have two objectives. First off is to understand the state of well-being of Filipinos. This was done via analysis of Reddit posts in our mental health page. Second up is to create a solution that would aid those who are having mental health concerns.
To discuss the project pipeline, it starts with web scraping related subreddits using Python Reddit API wrapper for data collection. Spacey is used for processing the text data for tokenization, stop words removal, and lemmatization. EDA is done using descriptive analysis, and HDP model is applied to discover topics. Various classification models are tried to determine similarity to anxiety and or depression. And the Beshi chatbot is deployed using Rasa. By scraping Reddit data from subreddits like mental health, PH, anxiety, and depression, we gathered valuable information such as post titles, text content, scores, players, creation dates, and comment counts. This data provides insights into popular topics, user engagement, and trends, facilitating comprehensive descriptive analysis. Using this valuable data, we found out the following. First, nighttime provides an opportunity for individuals to seek support and engage, finding solace and assistance during a quieter and introspective period. The analysis also highlights a prevalence of discussions on mental health disorders, specifically depression and anxiety, emphasizing the urgent need for increased support and dedicated resources to address these conditions. Filipinos in the subreddit demonstrate a strong desire to be heard, engage in discussions, share the experiences, and seek support, as indicated by the prevalent players in the subreddit. Discussion, story, and trigger warning are the top. Filipinos highly value consolidated and timely information about mental health care, evident from the significant number of comments in the information and doctor recommendation. Accessible and up-to-date resources plays a crucial role in meeting the informational needs of Filipinos, empowering them to make informed decisions for their mental well-being. Lastly, Filipinos are actively seeking a space where they can discover and share inspiring stories, as indicated by the significant high score of inspirational player in the subreddit. Creating a safe space for open discussions fosters a more empathetic and understanding society regarding the mental health.
Reddit has become one of the safe spaces for Filipinos living with mental health conditions. We found 5 topics there. The most frequent topic is general life experiences, where users talk about love, family, studying and working, and living day to day moments with depression and anxiety. Second, users describe their struggles with depression in ways like bottling up feelings and feeling helpless, but they talk about being palaban too. The third is about holding on to hope, about finding light through people they can trust, who console them, and who advocate for better mental health. Fourth, users share about negative experiences, but feeling light, lucky, and strong to withstand adversities. Lastly, they ask about professional help and discuss experiences leading them to need help like mourning and pressure. Getting help and asking for advice seems like a recent trend. Posts that are only recently gaining attention have topics on getting help, while posts that have all-time high engagement do not. While mental health has been seen as important in general, more recent posts are nuanced in saying that physical and mental health go together. Physical health problems cause mental health problems, and mental health problems manifest as physical symptoms. These examples of evolving topics show that discussions are essential in encouraging positive attitudes towards mental health. We found some specific worries of Redditors. They worry about paying bills and want to be financially independent. So it's not fair for them to still worry about cost of mental health care. Users are also worried about dragging their loved ones down, and mental health conditions do have a ripple effect on the family. Thus, support should be given to their loved ones too. Mental health care providers can learn a lot from people with lived experiences. We recommend that services and customer support should be available at night because that is when people are free. There should be more spaces to discuss mental health like this subreddit where people feel heard and mental health perceptions can improve. Programs that allow participants to connect with each other should be considered since Filipinos value being social. And we should highlight good stories in social media, the news, movies, books, and more to help people believe that they can get better. And last, it should be easy for Filipinos to get help. Seeking help is a difficult step one already. Being able to find the best help should not be another challenge. So we built a chatbot that gives users actionable information about mental health services.
We all have that friend that acknowledges our struggle and encourages us to get help. That friend might be one of our best friends we often call Beshi. Just like them, to provide emotional support in the happy you, we developed a bot called BESHY or Beshi. We want to emphasize that the chatbot is not intended to be a substitute for professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. It only provides information to get you started with reaching out to a qualified mental health professional. Ensuring privacy and maintaining ethical practices are also essential for our chatbot. We don't save any information from the user, for we respect their privacy and solely aim to provide valuable resources and support. There are 3 key activities that you can do with Beshi. First is to recommend a mental health facility based on your location. Second is to flag high-risk suicidal thoughts through intent classification. And lastly, flagging anxiety and depression through the use of a classification model. Firstly, Beshi can recommend nearby mental health facilities based on your location. When you inquire about the nearest facility, Beshi will ask for your current location and provide you with the facility's name, address, and contact number. It will also share resources for exploring therapy options. Secondly, Beshi is equipped with intent classification capabilities to identify high-risk suicidal thoughts expressed by the users. By utilizing RASA's natural language understanding, Beshi can categorize messages and promptly offer the suicide hotline number and additional resources for those experiencing suicidal thoughts.
In addition, our team also worked on both depression and anxiety classification models to flag certain thoughts. The user will first express their emotional concern. Next, Beshi will give an option to the user if they want to know the status of their concern. If yes, the model calculates the probability whether certain thoughts are flagged as depressed or not and anxious or not. Beshi will then empathize with the user, offer self-care strategies, and coping techniques specific to depression or anxiety. The user may also use Beshi's mental health facility recommender afterwards. If the user does not want to know the status of their concern, Beshi will provide general emotional support, self-care techniques, stress management, among others. For further improvement, we can include more posts from Reddit using other APIs. We can also expand to other social media platforms. Next, we can find better ways to pre-process and apply NLP on posts written in the Filipino language. We can also find more training data that is specifically from the Philippines. Lastly, we can consult with mental health professionals and collaborate with existing initiatives. In addition, we can make the chatbot be able to respond in Filipino for inclusivity and to further improve the chatbot's conversational ability. Just because no one else can heal or do your inner work for you doesn't mean you can, should, or need to do it alone. Again, we are Jardis, and thank you for listening.